つも一つ行ってみたかった。皆さんどうもこんにちは。エレビ局長のナタリーです。How's everyone doing? You guys ready to find out the one and only truth of everything of the world? We're gonna uncover some. Oh my god, wait, the music is so loud. ちょっと音楽がじゃあ BGM 下げればいいかな。下げすぎたかな。これでどう？さあ OK 大輝こんにちは、こんにちは、いらっしゃいいらっしゃい。かわいいありがとうございます。今日はキュウちゃんね、探偵だよ。I have my detective hat today。衣装とまではいかないけど、今日は帽子で参戦、探偵帽と虫眼鏡。I got myself a nice little handy magnifying glass あれおかしいぞってできるようにね。今日はちょっと楽しんでいこうかなと思います。こんにちは、こんにちは。ハリボテの帽子ハリボテ言うな、ハリボテじゃない。こんにちは局長。ライヘンバッハの滝以来ですね、会うの。ライヘンバッハって何？ What's that? ライヘンバッハの滝。Reichenbach Fall. It's a the waterfall cascade of 7 steps on the stream called Reichenbach in the Bernese Oberland region of Switzerland. スイスにあるんだ。まあ、とにかくね、もうあんまグダグダ言ってないで始めようと思います。We're gonna start. We're just gonna go ahead and start. なんかこれ結構うわー、音がでかい。お前ちょっと待って、音下げるの。Let me turn down the sound。下げたはずなのにまだ音がでかい。お？I think the voices are still in English。これ声確か。音声はまだ英語だね。いいはこれいつの年代なんだろう。I wonder. Oh my. Is that a laugh? This looks modern. I thought this was supposed to be a Sherlock Holmes. これシャーロック・ホームズなんでしょ？
Ow! Ah! What's this?
What's this?
No.
ちなみにこれ結構前に出たけどね、2012年か14年かとかだからちょっとグラフィック古いよね。This game was made in 2012 or 14 or something like that, so the graphics aren't quite tip top, but it still has very very good reviews. シリーズものの一部をあー、やっちゃった。お？背中からなんか出てきた。
Oh, look! It's a book! Maybe it's a book about pirates with a treasure map.
イギリス英語だからやっぱイギリスの。
No, I don't think
They
so.
got a British accent, so this must be in Britain.
I wish that I had seen
She
through
wears
all
two
your
hats.
lies.
Maybe.
Oh, start from
Just
the
a bit.
beginning, not the middle. And so I decided to pick up my pen to relate the most disturbing episode of my life thus far.
It all began early one morning in 1898, when Sherlock Holmes invited me to accompany him on a visit to the Marquis of Conyngham.
ダメだ、全然入ってこなかった。意外と2言語で来られるとね、ちょっと 慣れるのに時
Watson,
間
my
かか
dear
る時
fellow,
ある。
we can now go and inform the Marquis that we have found the Samoan necklace, and very much faster than Inspector Baines, too, which pleases me.
Have you really solved the theft, Holmes? And so quickly?
Wait,
I
so
have indeed, Watson, and believe me, it was
右
completely
が
unnecessary to
ホームズ
spread
で
out
左が
all
ワ
over
トソンか
London,
な
as our friend
Holmes
Baines
and
thought was
Watson.
best. He likes to boast that his methods are equal to mine, but once again the outcome has contradicted him.
After all these years of accompanying you upon your investigations, I thought that by now I should be reasonably capable of following your train of thought. But in this particular case, I must admit that I don't understand anything at all.
I don't
I
understand
see,
anything
but you do
either.
not
What's
observe,
happening?
Watson. There lies the difference. It is
What
a
am I
matter
doing?
of course.
A matter of course, in the middle of the night, when everyone is fast asleep, the service bell within that room rings out and alerts the servants. They dress quickly and come running, but the door is locked and there is a strong smell of burning from within. A few seconds later, the master of the house himself, the robbed Marchioness's husband, the Marquis of Conyngham, arrives and unlocks the door using the
盗
sole
難時
key.
この部
A
屋にあるって
fire
こと
has
か
started inside the room, but they have managed to arrive in time to put it out. It is at that moment that the Marquis realizes that the famous Samoan necklace, which had been safe within its glass cabinet
Samoa.
only a few hours earlier, has now
サモアってどこだっ
disappeared.
け Where's Samoa?
In order to explain, let us confirm my theory before the arrival of Inspector Baines.
めちゃめちゃ喋る。They talk so much. この夏、昼休みしか見れないけど、局長の頭脳なら30分かからずにクリアできる。これ、最低5時間かかるらしいです。だから局長最低でも配信2回に分けます。イギリス人がアメリカ英語の発音に切れてる動画をいやでもアメリカもアメリカで英語の種類多いよね。なんかよくわかんないけど。広いもんね、土地が。There's so many different accents. Like, even American accents. Isn't there like two, three? There's like Texas, Southern accent, Cali accent, New York. I'm walking here. British accent. I can't do British accent. It's so hard for me. 局長の可愛さは宗教的犯罪です。なんで
This window was cut with a diamond, a clean, discreet piece of
ダ
work.
イヤ
This
モ
is
ンド
where the necklace was.
See how tiny the hole is, and not one fingerprint upon the window.
Cover the diamond. ダイヤで何そのアイコンは緑に変わります。シャーロック・ホームズを窓ガラスに移動させてください。同時に2つの手がかり。Oh!
A mark undoubtedly made by a diamond. Someone tried to cut the glass, but he was interrupted.
Therefore, the thief tried to escape through the window, but he was
So he
interrupted.
was in the room. じゃあ部屋の中にいたってことか。ああ This
All
is
the
so
windows
funny.
are locked. They've not been forced.
暖炉へ向かいます。虫眼鏡 Give it to me. Mine. バスの右クリックを押し所持品のおおポケットナイフマッチ虫眼鏡 So these are my items. んこれでもワトソンって書いてある。This is Watson. Do I get to play as Watson too? 一応ワトソンとしても遊ぶのかなこれね。Ari has a Californian accent. Do I have a Californian accent? I don't know what kind of accent I have. It's kind of whatever I picked up. Just like every other anime girl. Wait, do anime characters have California accents? Is that a thing? Oh, what did I miss? I don't know, not much. It just started. ピアノのそばの床に楽譜。アイテムを利用するには所持品。Oh, okay. Okay, so I set my item to this and I look at it.
Let us examine the crumpled scores that have fallen off the piano.
はい。どうやっ How do I use the 使えなくない？マウスフィルムじゃ
Let us examine the
こうか。おお。E フラット6 These are what? That's not E flat. Oh, is it huh? これは何を見ればいいんだ ?3、4C, C, 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 D, E これ何の曲だろうね。結局ピアニカあるよ、まだ。小学校の時のピアニカ弾いてみるI have a piano harmonica. I might be able to play this. どこに置いたっけな。近かったらね。どこにある？いいや。これはでも手がかりにならなくない？なんか。
Let us examine.
What did I miss something?
These sooty prints were left by a tiny hand.
I don't understand why these music scores are covered with soot.
確かに。Why is there soot? マウスの中央ボタンを押し、うわー！おう、滑らか。シフト走ると走ります。次押すと三人称視点にはキャラクターを移動させるには何これちょっと待ってなんだこれめんどくさThere's so many different modes 戻るにはシフトはい Oh my god Yo Just going for a jog. Oh.
When the servants arrived at the door, having been alerted by the bell, they saw evidence of the theft and the fire, but they didn't see the thief.
This door is very hard to force. The Marquis is the only person to have the key. The thief could not get out from here until eventually, when
Having
the
to
door
go
was
back
opened by
between
the
all the
servants.
different modes is gonna be annoying. Are you controlling Sherlock Holmes or is he dead? I'm controlling Sherlock Holmes, but I think he's supposed to also be. I don't know if he's actually dead. Move the thing.
This draft screen makes an ideal hiding place.
As the theft was committed at night, I conclude that the thief hid himself behind the draft screen and waited until he was alone in the room.
なるほど。
Strange, there aren't any prints. Yet I'm sure that the thief hid here.
椅子の上に座ってたんじゃない Maybe he's on top of the chair. Is that a lemon? レモンが1個だけある。レモネード飲みたいな。CC レモンかっこいい。うわーいっぱいある Oh my god, there's so many things to go through.
The chest wasn't opened. The necklace wasn't in it.
はい。
The fire started here, just beneath the bell pull.
Whoever pulled the cord would have had his feet in the fire, unless it was pulled before the fire started.
これ上見れない。どこに繋がってんの？あら、look up。あ、こうなってるんだ。Interesting, that's how it works.
Strange. There are some objects here that have been knocked over.
Sherlock Holmes dead. 局長、シャーロック・ホームズみたいな声出せるか
You are
な
not going to get on your knees to examine them.
There is no need. It is soot. The servants must have trodden in it
Soot.
while they were putting out the fire. Heading
I
towards
don't know
his
if I could
chosen
sound like
escape
Sherlock
route,
Holmes.
probably the window, the thief knocked over the stool, which then caught fire.
あ
But why didn't he try to put the fire out at once?
どうしてだろう Oh,
These
what's this?
documents are not very interesting, even though they're addressed to the Minister of Maritime Affairs.
The Marquis himself.
Maritime affairs. There's a candle on the floor.
Candle. It must have fallen from the chandelier.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. You're already
Who are
here.
you?
Good morning, Inspector. You've arrived just in time.
Inspector.
Scotland Yard arrives like the cavalry, always in the nick of time. Ah, but I know that satisfied expression, Mr. Holmes. Have you already solved the case?
やばい。
It's possible.
We have
Okay.
retraced the
Okay.
thief's rather unusual footsteps. He is a true acrobat. But what I cannot understand is that when the servants entered the room, there was no one to be seen. An acrobat, perhaps, but an invisible one? I do not think so.
The only explanation is that the thief escaped before the servants arrived. I don't know how, but there is no other way.
どういうこ
Half
と
a point for
I
the
thought he said he
doctor,
found...
nil for the inspector.
I am pleased to see that you find the situation amusing, Mr. Holmes. Very well then, explain.
Dr. Watson was correct when he mentioned acrobatics, but he is mistaken about the nature of the acrobat.
どういうこと Wait,
As
is
for
he
you,
gonna tell me the
Baines, you're
answer?
quite
決して
incorrect,
全然何
as
も
the
考え
thief
て
was
ない
in
よ。
the
頭
room
真っ
when the
白。
servants entered.
Explain, for heaven's sake, Mr. Holmes.
教えてくださ
How
い
could。a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know. Because he is very small? Stop teasing us, Holmes.
Exactly, because he is small, small and remarkably agile,
You're thinking of a monkey?
and a trained monkey at that, without a doubt, a Leontopithecus rosalia from Central America.
Is he for
The
real?
animal had been hidden
Saru?
inside the room for several hours,
Okay.
calmly awaiting the signal from his master. Once night had fallen and the room was empty, a high-frequency whistle alerted the monkey that it was time to begin the procedure for which he had been trained. The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal
器
the
用
necklace.
な猿だ
He
ね。
headed across to the window by the chimney, but knocked over the stool, which in turn knocked aside the fire guard and started
Wait,
the
does
fire.
that mean the monkey
The
was
frightened
trained
monkey
to...
jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus alerting the house servants. He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via
な、
the
め
door,
ちゃく
and
ち
he
ゃ
panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores onto the floor before hiding inside the chandelier, knocking over a candle.
な。おい
Finally, the servants and the Marquis entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our agile little thief made his escape through the doorway. As simple as that.
A
That's
brilliant
not
explanation.
simple at all.
Bravo, Holmes.
What the
And the
heck?
necklace?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room
Oh,
from top to bottom,
水槽
Holmes.
の
How
中
were we unable to find it?
Because
it
we paid
inside of
insufficient
the-
attention to the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is
Did
dead.
the fishy die?
Yes, Watson. A poor goldfish
Ah!
whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious necklaces in England.
本当だ、死んでる。
The aquarium is just beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck and lost it when he leapt from the chandelier. The jewels fell into the aquarium where they remain now.
ああわあ、プチ水分 Oh my god 袖をまくれよ、お前。なんだ、もう。べちょべちょだよ。腕べちょべちょ。
Marquis, here is your necklace. Intact. Just a little wet.
Mr. Holmes, this
Sherlock
brilliant
さ、そんな。
demonstration does credit to your reputation.
Thank you so much, Marquis. Do you wish to
Oh,
verify the
yeah.
authenticity of your jewel?
No, I recognize it. I have spent many hours admiring it.
Oh my god, look at his
I will return
mustache.
it to its box.
おひげが。
Inspector, a bank has just been held up. You must follow me at once. Orders of Scotland Yard.
What times?
Look at his head metal.
Sirs,
VR って書いてある。
duty
It says
calls.
VR.
My
What does
regards,
that stand for?
Marquis.
VR?
Well done again, Mr.
あれ
Holmes.
まさかバーチャルリアリティなわけ
There,
な
the
いよね。
necklace is in its box. We've lost enough time here. Let's go home, Watson.
Ah, very well, as you wish. A good day to you, Marquis.
With pleasure,
突
gentlemen.
飛な発想と思わざるわね。
Thank you.
ねえ。あっという間に終わっちゃった。Alright, roll credits 終了。今日の配信終わりです。局長の頭脳ロジックを組み立てるのがこの配信の見どころですね。鮮やかなストーリー楽しみにしてます。ハードル、頑張るか
This morning's newspaper. Holmes, have you read this article about you?
No, Watson,
You're
not
my,
yet,
you're
but
my
I won't have
mom.
time to.
Come
Read it before
on!
you leave.
That
It's
had to have
outrageous.
triggered you guys
insist.
too. There's no way. That's way too much. あれ局長、ここ来たことある I've been here before! 局長、シャーロック・ホームズの時代にいた。いや、これ冗談じゃない。I've been here before. ちょっと待って。ちょっと配信ちょっと一回待ってね。証拠写真が多分ある。I have proof. 前に配達で行ったんだよ。I went there for delivery once. どこだっけちょっと待って。あるから。ちょっと待って。Give me a second. I have it. I promise you. I just have to look for it. 遅これだよ。これ見て。Look at this. 局長、ここ行ったことある。I've been here before. ここ、ちょうどここは。まさかの局長、行ったことある場所だったよ。Yeah, I've been here before. もう一枚あるよ。確かね、多分この辺、ここの写真がもう一個ある。I have one more picture. どこだっけ今見た。これだ。ほらこれI've been here before. お邪魔したことあったよ。まさかのね。このゲームだったか。ねえ。ここはホーム水晶でお写真撮ったところ。そうねえ。つまり局長は犯人は局長ここシャーロックさんのお家だから違うよねえ。ゲームのデータ取ったワールドだったんかな。何のこと？局長は配達に行った場所の話をしてるんだよ。ねえ、まさか一緒だったとは。アイリさん DLC が局長 DLC に出るのかな。ちょっとなんだっけ、スネークアイさんだっけ、はい開発元ちょっとよろしくお願いします。Oh man, that's crazy. I would have. That's so crazy. I've been here before. 聖地巡礼みたいになってるけど聖地巡礼とはまた違うよ。シャーロック・ホームズはコニンガム、公爵宅に捜査は大失敗に終わる？昨日名高い探偵シャーロック・ホームズはサモアのネックレス紛失調査による調査に関する結論を提供すべくコニンガム公爵の邸宅に招かれた。盗難事件を取り巻く不可解な状況が警察をまごつかせ、公爵夫人が探偵に依頼をしたことは記憶にあるだろう。Wait, why does it say I failed? 正しくこの価値ある宝石一品が保管され展示されていた部屋の扉は閉まっていたが宝石は盗まれた。夜中部屋から鳴らされた呼び鈴に驚いた使用人たちは警報を発した。唯一存在する鍵を所持している公爵が到着して扉を開け、中で発生した火事を急いで消し止めた。不可解的に消え失せたネックレスの紛失に気づく前のことだ。最もおぼろくなんか昨日から滑舌悪いな。そう it's just recapping the thing. 最も驚くべき事実は、部屋から全ての出入り口が閉まっていたにもかかわらず、室内には泥棒の姿がなかったことである。例のごとく、ホームズ氏は瞬時にしてこの事件を解決して宝石を回収した。回収したよね。宝石紛失に関するさまざまな説明に時間を費やすつもりはないというのも、この事件の驚くべき進展に読者諸君に注意を払ってほしいからである。事件解決後、シャーロック・ホームズは自分でネックレスを金庫に戻してその場を後にした。しかしその宝石がただの偽物だったと公爵が気づいたんだ。サマのネックレスの特徴はその真珠の希少にあり、余分な飾りを持たない質素な作りをしている。真珠がサマのこれなんだっけ、軍刀の読めないの一部でしか採取することができず、科学者の中でも真珠のアラゴナイト結晶の密度の濃さに、卓越した品質を評価している。極めて貴重なネックレスである。Wait, so the necklace we put back was a fake? So they're accusing me? 公爵の祖父また著名な探検家でもあったフェントン・アーウィック卿が世紀の初めに持ち込んだ品である。このネックレスは娘と入居する公爵との結婚の嫁入り道具として贈呈される宝石であった。そこで私は単純な質問をしたい。偏見を捨てて自分自身に問い尋ねてみようではないか。ネックレスは故意に偽物と取り替えられたのではないか。そう、ホームズの死の手によって親愛なる読者諸君、質問の残忍性は承知の上である。またあるものは衝撃を受けるかもしれない。だが事実は事実である。私たちみんなが待つ有名な探偵への敬意、待つ有名な探偵への敬意と事実を見極める思考や判断を混同させてはいけない。弊社グローブエクスプローラーがシャーロック・ホームズの方法にためらいを表したのはこれが最初ではない。アルセーヌ・ルパン逃亡の我々の逆調査を忘れてはいけない。英国王室の名を傷つけることに有害な喜びを持つこのフランス人はホームズ氏の策略からも運よく逃れた。どういうこと？ What happened to Lupin? Did something happen? ルパン長いな。しかし、so sweet。当時私たちは2人の間には暗黙の関係の可能性を検討することを躊躇しなかった。ホームズ氏をよく知っている方ならご存知であろうが、彼の法の利他的守護者というより美より権主義者的な性格特性を持っている。I have no idea how it would translate that. Oh my god. この紳士の描写は友人であるジョン・ワトソン博士の記録から提供されたもので、真実から大きくかけ離れているという私の提案に読者諸君は注意を払っていただきたい。実際彼は嘲笑的、軽蔑的、呆然たるべき呆然どっちだたる態度を取り、そして警察に対して攻撃的である。So they're just trying to slander me and say I probably stole the necklace? That's so mean. 現在療養中のレストレードキューブの代わりを務めるベインズキューブに対しては特にそう思える。その上ヘロインやコカインなどの麻薬常習者でもある。ほんまかいな。Accusing me of theft, accusing me of drugs. Man, this is getting worse. 読者諸君、このような理由からシャーロック・ホームズの名声は考慮に入れず客観的な見解を取ることが重要なのだ。そして妥当な質問をしよう。ホームズが回収したネックレスはすでに偽物だったのか。もしそうだとしたらなぜそれについて述べなかったのか。またどうして彼は自分で金庫にネックレスを戻すと言ったっけ？ Did I say I was gonna put it back in there? そんなことあったっけ？覚えてない。探偵はこの事件に何か芳しくない関心でも抱いているのだろうか。それともこの珍品サマーのネックレスを盗むための単純な詐欺行為なのか。親愛なる読者諸君、意見の表明をするのはあなたたち次第なのです。私はシャーロック・ホームズを強奪者と呼ぶことをためらわない。そして今後も彼の疑わしい方法と動機を公共やから明らかにしていくゆえ、私を心頼みにしていただきたい。以下事後、オーハーリー。 This guy's rude. 長い。これ何？ウッドいる王子の祖先が認識？え？正当性で承認される。長い。ウッドいる王子の祖先？ Who is this? Woodwill? 委員会の不利な見解が成立していれば、王子は現王室の継承として政治活動への関与もまた放棄していたで。あー、長いよ。ねえ。推理より漢字の方がなってきた。もう漢字多いよ。この青年、現在28歳、オックスフォード大学で歴史と法を学び、哲学の専修免許状を取得している。彼は幼年時代の大半をフランスで過ごし、優れた料理法の知識。これ誰？ Who is this? 多分重要なんだろうな。彼の背景が英国の上流社会に溶け込むのに不利になると考えている人もいると思う。だが彼はポロ競技。ポロってあれかな？水泳？ポロ。Is there another polo or is there only water polo? That's the only polo I know. ポロ競技。でも抜群の選手であり、またバグパイプバグパイプの見事な演奏者であることも忘れないでほしい。最後に、最近彼は慈善活動を積極的に関わっており、貧困者の援助をしていることを付け加えたい。JB グッデ。
Prince Woodville, French culinary expert and bagpipe player, might be our next king. That's not so shocking, my dear fellow.
You know exactly to which article I'm referring, Holmes. How can Farley dare to tarnish your reputation like that?
You know, Watson, that wherever glory walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines, the door's open.
Huh? How did he know?
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know
There's
I was
holes
here?
on the wall.
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second-to-last step of the stairs, which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
Have you read that, Rag?
Necklace.
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed. They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
Who's that?
Inspector, can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the Samoas
Yeah,
really
what's
been
this slander
replaced
all
by a
about?
fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information, but it's true. About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question the integrity and honesty of Mr. Holmes.
The necklace is a forgery? Impossible! I saw the Marquis authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes
Did he
returned it to its
authenticate?
place.
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
Let's return to the Marquis's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no
Marquis?
trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations
There's so much
collapse on their
talking.
own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
これ奥さんが怪しいってこと？ Does this mean the wifey is...
And the Marchioness.
She is beside herself. Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised. It is the principal item of the young woman's dowry.
Oh.
What a lovely marriage.
え、そういうこと？ Does that mean she can't marry? She doesn't have it? ないと結婚できないってこと？
Forgive me for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake jewelry?
Watson, I have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You really must quell the suspicions put forward in this appalling
こ
article.
ちらのコメントと合わせてリスニングの勉強になる。
Be my guest.
なる？
Very well.
だといいな。What did he say? What am I doing? 何すんだっけ？
What do you think, Holmes?
おお、本物であるかどうか。これって
This
こ
pearl
と？
is a different color. This pearl is a dip. This pearl is a dip. This pearl. This pearl. This pearl. This pearl. This pearl. This pearl. This.
ごめんなさい。I'm sorry. This pearl is a different color.
These 3 pearls are of poor quality.
だね。素人目でもわかるぐらい。ね。They're pretty explicitly.
This pearl. Too many defects. This necklace is a fake. This is nothing but a vulgar copy, and at a glance it would appear that the forger has intended for it to be seen as such.
Yeah.
How could we have been fooled by such a blatant imitation? I don't understand.
Yes.
こ
how
んな
is it
わかりやす
possible?
かったら
Holmes,
さ
do you have a theory about this?
I have
取り
absolutely
替
no
えないよ
idea.
な。
You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done so. Now it is important that I keep my appointment. I'm sure, Inspector, that
Who
you will
would
throw some
use-
light on this affair.
ホームズみたいな人が偽物入れるんだったらこんなわかりやすいフェイク入れないよな。
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiries.
Goodbye, Inspector.
I feel
You
like
mentioned a
someone
bishop,
like Holmes
didn't you?
wouldn't use
Are we
such a
going to his
crappy
home?
forgery.
Yes, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
But
I
he's
put
so
his address
smart.
on our
He's
map
too
of
smart for
London
that.
on my desk. Would you get it for me, please?
All right, Holmes.
I'm Watson. Let's go. どこだ？つくえ。
This bust was used to fool Colonel Moran during the case of the empty house.
空き家の怪事件。これってさ、実際の小説にさ出た事件とかが出てくるの？ Does this game have like full original scenarios? Or are they based off of the actual novel? 気になるな、その辺。あれ？ここじゃない？ I'm in the wrong room. 机ってどここか。
Here is where I write my stories
あれ
about...
違う。Wait, no, this is... Huh? ホームズの机どこ？ここ。
I have found your map.
ホームズが自分で取れこんなん自分で拾え It's right behind you Why did you I literally walked around the entire flat Oh my god 局長局長探しまってダメだ行こうおい
The police?
なぜいきなり
Already?
DJ になったんですか
How did you know?
いやー
May we
楽し
see
く
the
て
Bishop of Knightsbridge?
Yes. Yes, of course. But come in.
仮面またネタがあるんかなこれ前のゲームとなんかちょっと
What has
つながってる
happened,
みたいなレビューあったんだよね
What?
I don't know. It was last night, I think. I only just arrived, and I have made this macabre discovery. My God. How horrible. I haven't called anyone. How did you know that?
え
Holmes, look!
The Bishop, appallingly mutilated.
How dreadful.
Mutilated. And killed. He was such a good man. How could anyone be so brutal? Look at him. He is barely recognizable now. How could any of God's children be
Oh, was it?
responsible for that?
They were evidently
思ってた
unworthy.
3倍黒かった
Now do please try to calm yourself and
Holy
focus,
crap.
because we will need your assistance. Do you have any idea as
like
to the motive
3
behind this?
times
I haven't
more
had time to do an
grotesque than I
inventory, but
thought
nothing appears to have been stolen. And anyway, His Excellency didn't own anything of great value. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Note this down, please, Doctor.
Doctor? But you aren't the police?
No, Reverend. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We are here at the request of the Bishop.
In that case, I must ask you to leave. And not to touch anything. I must get in touch with the authorities without further delay.
Reverend, when the inspectors of Scotland Yard find themselves at a dead end, which they quite often do, I assure you, then they turn to me for help. If you will allow us to continue our investigation, then you shall have the answers to all of your
Dang,
questions.
he's got like
Out of the question.
proficiency and
I don't even know you.
persuasion
I'm going to call the police.
You don't know Sherlock
It
Holmes?
would be better for everyone, Reverend, if you kept your temper. Watson, are you taking notes? This affair
お
promises
前
to
ホ
be
ー
a
ムズも知らんのか
complex
局
one.
長で
Therefore,
さ
we
え知
must
ってる
not
ぞ
overlook the slightest detail.
Yes, Holmes. I am keeping a meticulous set of notes. I have created a very clever deduction board. One thing we can be sure of at the moment is that this crime was not for gain. The Reverend has informed us that nothing
そういう
valuable
のは
was
先入
stolen.
観って言うんだろ
And
う。
indeed, it would
や
seem
め
that
と
the
けやめと
bishop
け。
had nothing of any worth to take.
Leave that out
Very
of
good,
your
Watson.
mind.
Do continue.
I'm not buying it. 主教は金庫の中も含めて高価なものは所持してダメだ。もう今日もう講習ダメだ。Oh my god。バイオリンを弾くのはホームズだからバイオリンがあった机だと思う。バイオリンがあった部屋がホームズの部屋か。まさかサラの仕業かこれがThe monkey did it.
A broken file and blood near the neck.
What a strange smell.
うい。
Chemical components, I think.
Is this on? 何これストーブ Is this a stove?
This stove is filled to overflowing.
うい。ストーブってこんな見た目なんだ。I've never seen a stove like this before. うい。よ。よ。昨日からゲームキャラにダル絡みしかしない。もうダメだ。なんだこれ。凶器かな。
A surgical scalpel covered in
素手
blood.
で取っちゃうの Yeah, I just picked that up with my bare hands. 割れた小瓶。
Closed. The veranda door hasn't been forced. Strange. Reverend, might I have the key?
No! You have no authority here. Let me call the police.
Perhaps we should listen to him, Holmes.
Perhaps you should let me get on with this, Watson.
そうだよ。局長にやらせてよ。局長調べるからさ、全部。
The picture of Peregrine Maitland, commander of the infantry brigade of Her Majesty's Guards at Waterloo.
The Bishop of Knightsbridge has the same name as his ancestor.
Oh.
An illustrious family.
名高き、気高き、血統的な。なんだこれ。
I am missing some information. Reverend, I'm missing something, an implement with which to open this chest. Could you tell me where to find it?
No! Go to the devil!
What are you afraid
Wow,
of,
why
Reverend?
is he so
What is
mean?
inside the chest?
I'm not afraid of anything. In fact, I do have the necessary implements, but if I have to give them to anyone, it will be to a representative of the law and no one else.
なんでこんな嫌われてんの？局長有名人だよ。I'm super famous. I'll deliver your mail. なんか届けたい。今すぐ届けなきゃいけないものとかないですか？ちょっと配達手伝うんで、ちょっと手伝ってくださいよ。ね。手伝ってくれなさそう。勝手にあげちゃえ。Wow!
This metal rod is for fastening the chilice.
Chilice? What's a chilice? Chilice って何？
It's a cilice designed to bruise the person wearing it. The bishop wore it as repentance.
これ映画で見たぞ。
No, it is a discipline for self-flagellation.
I've
This
seen
very pious
that
man
in movies.
must have had the habit of mortifying his flesh as a means of repentance.
なんだっけAngels and Demons っていうさやつあるじゃんね。ダン・ブラウンのさ小説、ダン・ブラウン 's books. There's one called Angels and Demons. There's a guy who does the self flat whatever that the word was.
There is blood on this paperweight.
殴られた
A
のかな
bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood and dirt.
Oh. Ah! Oh my god.
You can see by his expression that he suffered terribly.
His mouth is covered in
Did he
blood,
get
and I can
tortured?
make out strips of skin between his teeth.
ベースも噛んだのかな誰か。
His chest has been lacerated, I would say, with a very sharp and fine blade. There isn't any doubt. The wounds on the bishop were administered with this scalpel.
まあもう絶対拷問された後じゃんこれね。情報引き出す。わあ、地面に指が落ちてる。Oh my god.
The fingers have been crushed and violently struck.
Wait, where the...
The fingers have been crushed and violently struck.
これさ、where did this come from? Whose finger is this? これ誰の、これ誰の指を
A piece of rope that was used to tie up that poor man.
Whose finger is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 fingers. これ誰の指
Apparently, it doesn't belong to the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
How dreadful. His feet have been burned.
My first impression is that he wears a size 9 shoe.
You! But what does it matter, Holmes?
シリスで検索したら虫みたいなの出てくるから気をつけて。うわありがとう、局長。絶対に調べないようにしとく。
This poor man was tied just below the knees.
いよいよ局長の華麗な推理が始まってきましたね。かっこいいところを見せてくださ
God,
い。
Holmes, this man was horribly tortured.
頑張ります。I will do my best. 親指みたいな。もうこれだけかな。これなんかあるないな。これ
His
か。
stomach is covered in scratches. Quite evidently, they weren't made recently.
So, these wounds were not made by his murderers.
シリスってそういうこと？腹巻きみたいなもの？ Is it what do they call it in English again? Chilish?
Oh, yes? And what might that be?
His shoes. Watson, his shoes are missing.
お靴がない。このさ、what is this thing called?
It's a cilice
Cilice.
designed to bruise.
It must be a belt. これ多分ね、お腹のなんでそんなことしちゃうんだろう。まだなんかまだ見てないのある？チートさせて。Let me cheat. これ
His
か。
forearms have been ripped. Pieces of skin have been torn off. What do you think, Watson?
I'd say that he was eaten alive. Yet I've noticed a curious degeneration of the skin tissue around the wounds.
My dear friend, everything points to this man
There,
having
there.
gnawed at his own forearms.
That's unbelievable, Holmes.
だってそうだよね。だって歯の間に皮膚あるって言ってたし。He bit himself, but he got. Why would he bite himself? 自分を噛む理由。足はまあなんとなく予想つくけどさ。
I am missing some information.
なんだっけ？これ刺すじゃないのね。
I am missing.
違う。まだ足りない。Can I？回転遅いんだよね。回転がちょっとMy mouse was super slow. Okay. これかドア。
This door has not been forced. Where does it lead, Reverend?
To His Excellency's room. There is just a mattress and a stool.
Oh.
The bishop's bedroom.
うわー、何に
It
も
is
な
very
い。There's
austere.
nothing
Nothing
in
in
here.
particular here. It is impossible to get out.
狭い。 こんなもんなのかな、世の牧師様はこういうとこで寝てるのかな。 Is this the type of place priests sleep in the world? It's kind of small. 裏は何もないし、これはでもまだ開けてもらえない？これ自分で開けられる？ Can I take a lock? ダメか。I guess this is no bueno.
Watch where you're putting your feet, Watson. Have you noticed these prints upon the ground?
Well, yes, those muddy marks.
See here, Watson.
My
Footprints
fingers
can
after
often provide
college.
more vital information than the very best
Correction
of
me after
informants.
college.
Yes, if you know how
Oh,
to make
no.
them talk, that is.
It's child's play, Watson. We will begin by excluding the contaminating prints, which are yours and mine from where we came in, and those of our dear Reverend who was so impatient to call the police. Size 9.
That's cool.
Size 9.
Cute.
Size 9.5.
9.5.
Size 9.5. Size 9.
これ9は
Size 9.
This size 9, so これ何
A fragment of stone. Peculiar.
Peculiar.
This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it seems
犯人
recent.
だ
It is not a laborer's shoe.
This is it's the guy. 犯罪者は何人いたか。これちょっと待って。
Size 9.
9
Size. Size. Size 9.5.
9.5これ9だよね。This 9
Size 9. Size 9.5.
じゃあ2人 It's 2
That's not right.
3人3 I guess there's 3
Perfect.
people.
We now know that there were 3 crooks.
Oh, okay. 足音が明かす事実とは、一人の男はすでに部屋、一人の男は最初と異なる靴を履いて部屋を出た。足音が残らないように一人の男は担がれている。すべてのなんか片足で飛び跳ねながら。どっちの方向だ？確かにでもなんか右足しかなくない？こうやって出るときさ。There's only your right feet over here. 左足右左でもこれ違うんだよね。
Size.
This one's 9.
Size 9.5.
9.5. Why do they all enter on one foot? これ片方しかない。
Size 9.
七人の9と9とI'm confused. どういうこと
I need something.
そうだね。何が
I
必要
need something. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers.
Oh.
Well-worn shoes with an odd pattern on. Hobnail boots like those worn. Hobnail.
この人が出た形跡がないってこと？ This person never left. 一人は担がれて部屋を出たってこと？
Hobnail. Hob.
これ
Well-worn.
だ。Somebody was already in here.
That's not right.
もうどんどん分からなくなってきた。
That's not right.
もう分からない。
Strange but true. One of the crooks was wearing a different pair of shoes when he left here.
The size
Therefore, we have
ない
three men who came in and left again, but one of them was wearing a different pair of shoes from the
わか
ones
ん
which
ない
had
わ
been
けわからない
So, all we have to
I'm
do
so
is look for a
confused.
workman who likes Italian shoes.
Italian shoes? 局長のコメントが一番面白いあることないこと言ってるだけだけどね。主教の靴だったのかなあ、主教の靴でどんなだ、もうおこじゃんもんね。
I cannot leave.
今出てきて。
Let us look it up.
あ、紛失。靴が紛失していた殺人者の一人は聖職者である。殺人犯の一人は主教の靴を。やっぱこれだよね。多分。殺人犯は主教の靴を取りに行った。靴を売っている。貧乏である。なんで持ってくんだろうね。Why would somebody take his shoes with them? でも高価なものって書いてあったよね。でも貧乏っていうわけじゃないよね、多分。靴を売ってるでも違う。取りに行ったと思う。ベランダ。何も所持してなかった。特定のものを探していた。ん？ The culprit was looking for something, but he took his shoes. So he was looking for his shoes? That's kind of weird. Why would they torture him for that? 拷問するほどのことじゃないと思うんだけどね。主教の殺人犯は誰かに雇われていた。わかんないな。まあ、主教の靴を探したってことでいいのかな。金庫を開けることができなかった。激しい拷問を受けた。主教は苦行を習慣としていて、痛みには慣れていた。拷問に我慢していた。He never gave away the way to open the safe? 拷問我慢して結局金庫開けられなかったから入手できなかった。ってことは誰かに雇われてたんじゃないこれで。So he couldn't get what he wanted. But if what we want... 雇われてたん、盗みたかったんじゃないかな。He's trying to steal something from him. 自分自身に噛みついた。Bit himself. There's blood on the tip of... 小瓶の上に中身を飲ませたんじゃないのかな。なんかできない？ロープ。割れた小瓶。拷問されても出さん。でもなんで自分噛んじゃったんだろう。これ小瓶と関係あるような気がする。Why he gotta bite himself? Also, why is there... 石のかけら。この石のかけらは一体何なんだ。
Let us look it up.
こ 結局ここに戻っちゃうよな。
Impossible to open it. I need some. Impossible.
開けるには何かが必要。
The picture of
The bishop.
it's a sleeve.
A whip?
No.
アイテム装備できない？
It's a sleeve. It's a sleeve.
違う。この指。この指噛みちぎったってこと？どういうこと？わかんなくなってきた。Does that mean he bit his finger off?
A bottle of. A bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood and dirt.
Blood and dirt.
There is blood. This paperweight was used to crush the victim's fingers.
どうしよう。やっぱこうでも
Closed.
どうにか開かない。あー。お
A broken bottle of
Cracker.
whiskey. However, the Bishop of Knightsbridge was known for his sobriety. It would seem that the brutes who tortured the bishop to death were intoxicated with alcohol.
Maybe they were hired after all. この瓶
A broken
小瓶わかんなくなってきたねえ。ドラマでもゲームでも推理パートを見てて面白いな。面白い
You have no.
ねえ、ちょっと手伝ってよ。わかんないことばっかりだよ。
Let us look.
またなんか増えた？増えてないね。これが引っかかるんだよね。貧乏違う。I feel like I'm missing something.
I cannot leave.
出ていけないよな。この視点使いづらいな。もうないよ、ほんと。
Impossible.
このなんかさ、これ気になるんだよ、さっきから。I'm really interested in this. これ。あ、あれなくなった虫眼鏡。虫眼鏡がない。これさ、絶対触れるんだよ、これさ。ねえ。わかってるんだよ。Oh my god. I know I can use this. Give it to me. ちょうだいよ。欲しいのに。ねえ。もうだって全部調べ済みになっちゃったよ。There's like nothing. ここにも血ついてるんだね。There's one on the chair too. なんか出た。What's that?
Closed.
このゲームに詰まった時のどうすればいいかわからない感。上見ても何もないしな。You wanna help?
You have.
ちょっとさ、手伝ってよ。これ誰の指？ whose finger is this? 私はこれ誰の指？入手できなかった。あ 間違ってたってことかこれ。じゃあ最初のこれ間違ってるってこと？殺人犯の人が靴を履いて去った。捨てた。履いて去ったよね、これどう考えても。貧乏じゃないと思うしな。特定のものを探してた。ワトソン、ヘルプ。
Let us look at
これが間違ってるってことだよね。よし、警察を呼ぼう。Call the cops. Brain status. Brain status is frozen. So his shoes are missing. One of the culprits left with different shoes. So he likely wore his shoes out. But why did? Because he's poor? Because he sells shoes? Or what was the thing they said about the... Oh, I can't look at it anymore. What was the thing he said about... 足跡の話。イタリア製の靴を好む工夫を見つければいい。異なる別の靴を履いていた。っていうことは履いて去った。捨てた。でもなんで捨てる？捨ててないよね。Didn't steal it. 地球は金庫の中の。He didn't have anything. The veranda wasn't checked, so he was looking for something specific. If he was looking for something specific and he took his shoe, he looked for his shoe? やっぱ誰かに雇われたんじゃないのかなこれね。望みのものを入手できなかった。あ、これひょっとして。Can I? 教えてよ。Tell me, who did you like this?
His
my first
You! This poor...
to stop him from war. These
靴を燃やしたとか。いやでもそうしたら
this stove
ゴリ押ししたくないな。ちゃんと答え出したい。Okay, because this is logic, right? The two facts have to make up a new fact. So if there is no shoe and one of them left a different shoe, the only reason they would do that is because they took the other guy's shoe. Right? This makes sense. Maybe he was hiding the key in his shoe, like the Puss in Boots.貧乏であるは違うと思うんだよね。犯人の一人は聖職者であるがわかんないな。Could they also be from the church? 靴が紛失していた。一人は違う靴で去った。これ英語だったらわかるんかな。なんて書いてある？合理的に推論し。わかんない。わかんない 誰かヘルプ。靴を取りに。靴を売っている？吐いて去った。仮に聖職者であったとしたら靴を取りに行った。こういうことになる？いやでもなんか違うな。これは合理的に推論しかなさそう。結構合理的に言ってるつもりだけどな。あれ？ちょっとおかしいな。ちょっと一回お水飲んでリフレッシュしよう。OK。OK。Shoe is missing. One of them left in different shoe. The only thing that makes sense. これ下の2つのどっちかだけど、靴を捨てたっていうのだと紛失と違う靴で去ったは一緒にならないはずだからこれはこれでいいと思うExcuse me。主教は金庫の中も含めて高価なものを所持してなかった。誤った人物をこれ、いやそういう They didn't check the veranda. He didn't have anything. They didn't have anything of monetary value. 主教は見知らぬ殺人犯に驚いたってどういうことだろうね。I feel like they would be looking for something. でも特定のもの探して場所が分からなかったらそれでも物色するだろうから。誤った人物を殺した。They killed an accident or they... これ最後のやつよく分かんないな。Holmes, you cracked the case. Did Holmes crack the case? I don't know. これあんまり意味がわからないから誤った人物を殺したっていうのはなんかまた違うような気がする。吐いて去った。Could be that he's poor. I don't think he's selling shoes. ワンチャンさ貧乏であって誤った人を殺したってことは盗みたかった？じゃあ盗みたかったら物色するもんな。靴を探したもまたなんか違う。
Perfect. It is evident that the Bishop of Knightsbridge's killers were after something specific, and
や
that
っ
they
ぱ
did
特定
not
のもの
find
じゃんか。
I shall ask you one more time. Open the chest. The item they were seeking must still be inside. It is unlikely that they will let this matter rest. They will most certainly return to finish what they started.
And I'm telling you once more, the chest is locked and shall remain so.
Very well. We have reached an impasse. You are a stubborn man, Reverend.
Impasse.
Watson, accompany
That's
our
such a
friend
British
to
way
the
to
police
say
station
things.
and return with Inspector Baines. Baines and no one else. I shall wait for you here. Go.
イギリス英語ってすっごいこ
Alone at
う
last. Now I can continue my investigation.
イギリス英語ってね局長が普段使ってるような表現使わないから面白いんだよね。特にこの時代のイギリス英語。British English is always so interesting to me. The way they like describe things.
I need.
これだよこれ This thing Take itこれじゃないんかい。開け
This
よ
lock.
お結構ガチな。That's a pretty... Wait, how do I... Ah! Oh.
That's not right.
えあこうだ。
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Wow. That's a pretty
There isn't anything much in this room. It must be used as a reading or meditation room.
面白い。
An ink stain, quite fresh. This stain is just on the edge of the rug. Let's see. There is nothing on the floor, yet the ink must have soaked through the rug. There is nothing on...
下どっかにあるんじゃないの？インク？
An ink stain.
お！なんでこれ下に緑の線があるの？ Is there a green line on the floor?
This inkwell was tipped over recently. The ink stain on the floor comes from the ink on the rug, but they are not in the same place. Someone has moved the rug recently.
Move the rug.
That
Get rid
is
of it.
curious. There is something strange on the floor. Certain stones have been marked out, just like a chessboard. That is curious. I need...
あれだ、あれ、これだよ、これ。It's the same thing. これはわかる。ちょっと勝手にドア閉まるな。
Apparently, someone wanted to hide this statue.
ナイト？
This horse resembles a large chess piece. There is a message underneath this statue. Let's see.
想像力のかけらもないのね。チェスに対する情熱を利用してナイトで全ての目を覆い、最後に残る目にナイト自身を置く。その場所があなたの目的とする位置をナイトの目で覆い。
This message was written. That is... I need...
なんとなく言いたいことわかるような。こういうこと？はい。やばい！失敗したかも。Uh-oh. チェス。だけどチェスあんまり得意じゃないんだよね。I'm not very good at chess. 多分結構均等にいかないと後々辛くなると思うんだよね。You have to go like fill the spots pretty evenly if you want this to work. くるくる。やばいかも。Uh-oh。これも積んだな、多分。
That's not right. Start.
難しい。もうこんな頭使うなんてまあ聞いてたけど。ねえ、ちょっとたまにこれ真ん中意外と邪魔かもしれない。Maybe the middle is kind of in the way. Let's get rid of it. ほいほいほい。あ、これもうやばい？ひょっとして。Think?
That's not right. Starting.
Why is this so hard? What the heck? Oh my god. なんかルールあるのかな？これこう。パターン化してみたらどうなる？What if I patterned it? So we go this way.
That's not right. Start again.
ピッキングかね。ロータリさん、こんにちは。今日お仕事してきました。お疲れ様。おととい千葉ロッテマリーンズが負けてしまい3連敗となりました。今週もよろしくお願いします。残念だね。今週もよろしく。ね、めっちゃ難しい。これどうなんかね、これ最初さ、馬の顔の方角に向けてやってたんだけどさ、途中で積んだから。I was following the way like the horse's face goes at first, but then I was like, this isn't working. なんかパターンがあるんだろうね、こういうのって。あ、これもう積んだくない？これダメだ。頭が斜めにください。こっち行ってここ行ったら積んじゃう。
This last piece.
あ、で、
It will have to be pulled free.
Did I just... リセットボタン押そうと思ったらスキップをしちゃったんだけど。I tried to hit the reset button and I hit a skip button instead.
I need something.
最初からやってくれよじゃん、もうバカだれ。もう I can't believe this. ああ、すさん、どうすればいいのこれね。真ん中。
I need.
だからこれだよ、これ。I need this. これでも。
I need.
どう
This ink, the ink stain on.
おう。4月24日、私の愛しい人、なんて素敵な春。そう、今日はとっても素晴らしい日。私たちの大切な末っ子の誕生日ですよ。元気に成長する子供の一瞬一瞬にはこの上ない感謝を感じるわ。私はね、この子がしゃべる日は近いと思っています。最初の言葉はあなたのことだと思うわ。あなたに会いたがってる。私もです。日曜日の晩夏の後は本当に抜けれないのですか？私は9月14日。別の日なのね。私の愛しい人、私のことしつこいって思うわよね。でも私たちの関係を合法化させるべきだ。不義の生活を送り続けられないのよ。So, this is someone's wife? But they're not married because it's illegal? What? 3月3日、あなた、どうぞ安心してください。あなたが置かれた立場は理解しているつもりです。でも私たちのことを考えたことがあるの？子供たちや私のことは？私は子供たちの将来を犠牲にしたくないのよ。あなた考えてみて。家族の幸福といわゆるスキャンダルどちらを優先するので、正式に夫の妻となるべきです。これで本当の家族に。不倫かな？
A packet of letters addressed to the Reverend. They were written by a woman who mentions his illegitimate children. Their affair isn't official. Perfect. I have you now, my wayward Reverend.
牧師？さっきの人か。こいつか。お前か不倫してるの。
Ah, Watson. You were gone a terribly long time, and Inspector Baines isn't with you.
I'm afraid not, Holmes. We were unable to find him.
Dr. Watson would not allow me to contact any inspector other than this Baines. What manners! I am a man of the church.
And you're
My dear
cheating
Reverend,
on
I
your
notice
wife.
that you are a chess lover. I trust you will excuse me, but I am never able to resist the appeal of a half-finished game.
You are an expert at chess. Very well then. What do you want now?
どういうこ
As
と
you might have guessed, resolving your small chess problem has allowed me to discover some very interesting letters.
おお、
Letters?
ド直球
What
だ
do
ね
they。say?
Reverend, why hide these letters here and run the risk of the bishop finding them?
Holmes, what's in the letters?
Not now, Watson.
Where else could I have hidden them? My own chambers are too austere. They could offer no cover. I knew, however, that His Excellency, may he rest in peace, would not notice my game.
The contents of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's
おい
chest
不
interest
倫
me
ダメ絶
greatly.
対。
Give me the elements.
頑
you
張
hold
れ
present.
Thank you, thank you あ
Out
り
of the
が
question.
とう隠し子ねえこいつ Don't cheat guys. If you're gonna cheat, you may as well just break up with whoever, divorce whoever before you start hanging out with someone new. ねえ浮気や不倫するぐらいだったら別れてからやんな。
With the bishop no more, you are therefore the apostolic director of the diocese, are you not?
Well, yes, but only until someone else is appointed.
I am certain that the
Oh.
Honourable Bishop of York, whom I have the privilege of knowing well enough for him to listen to what I have to say, would recognise your qualities for the post.
If I
Ooh.
receive new responsibilities, it will be through my faith and devotion, nothing else.
If you have faith and devotion, why would you cheat? That's a crock full of butt. ね、信仰とか言ってるけど、
I am a
不倫
gentleman,
してるの
and it
誰
would
よ、
distress me
ね
to be obliged to pass this correspondence across to your superiors.
Holmes, I know that the end justifies the means, but allow me to express some reservations about how you are proceeding.
You say you're
What
a
the
gentleman, but I hear
saw?
nothing but the words of a blackmailer. The stems that you are looking for are scattered about this room. Manage by yourself.
いいよ。あワットソン君さ、不倫はいいって言ってるようなもんだぞ、それね。No cheating, that's bad. Cheating is bad. くれ。刺す。あれこれひょっとして違う。これあいっぱいある。There's more than 5個あるの ?5 of them? もっとあってもおかしくないのひょっとして。Is there more? お、ある。刺さってる。Why are they all over the place? なんでこんなあちこちに置いてあるのここにはオルガンちっちゃいね、このオルガン。This is an organ, right? It's so small. ねえ。ぽー。この中にはない。刺さってはないね。遺体に刺さってたらどうしようって思っちゃった。It's a little worried there's gonna be one stuffed in him. これじゃあどう
Impossible to open it.
んわかんない。ヒントがいる。ん車線がかぶれないのが
I am missing impo.
あろヒントどこ Where's the hint?
You have no right to search here.
Yeah, I do. 局長権限があんだぞ。I have the right as the owner of a postal company. これ多分どこあ、もう一個ある。
You have won.
Evidently, as I always do. What are you able to tell us about the Bishop of
What the-
Knightsbridge's last days? Did anyone come to visit him? Did he seem worried, anxious? Do not omit the smallest detail.
His nephew came to see him yesterday at His Excellency's request. I found this visit a little
Nephew.
peculiar because the young man rarely visits his uncle.
Do you know
Uncle?
why that might be? Were they on bad terms?
I don't think so. It's rather a consequence of his work. The young man is employed within the archive section of the Royal Library, which doesn't leave him with a lot of free
Archive.
time.
Do you know the reason for his summons?
It sounds so nice.
But the conversation was very
Archive.
heated. It only lasted for a
Archive.
few minutes and ended with the nephew in a terrible rage.
Interesting.
I've answered your questions. Will you now let me contact the authorities?
I'm afraid not, Reverend. Not just yet.
I'm surprised he actually
Alright,
obliges.
Now we can open the safe.
多分これ隣同士はダメ。あ、斜めダメ。あ、So it can't cross vertical and horizontal lines with another badge. ってことはこれはダメでしょ。これはこうしてこうして難しいな。It's pretty hard. 間違えた。これダメ。考えてると急に言葉が出てこなくなる。
Now I can open.
イエイ。
Here we are. I am eager to discover what remarkable treasure could
パターン
justify
把握
such
で
an
きた
act
今の。
of barbarity.
Extraordinary.
This chest is impenetrable. How is it possible? No one other than the bishop should be able to open it.
You open the chest with disconcerting.
簡単だよ。
I've seen and heard quite enough. This time you won't stop me.
Catch him, Watson.
What the? But why?
Run, Watson. Hurry.
ハリー、ハリー、ハリー、ハリー・ポッター。Run.
He's escaped. I hope that your motivations are founded, Holmes. I don't much like skirting around the edges of the law like this.
It is annoying. Let's leave without delay.
What have you found in the chest, Holmes? What in
ね
there
え、
is
救
so
助の知り
precious
たい早
for
く見
these
せ
men
て。
to commit such terrible acts?
The Reverend
I
was
spent
telling
the
truth.
entire
Nothing
time
important was
looking
locked
for it.
inside the chest, apart from a few religious items which are hardly worth stealing.
So, we haven't made any headway. Perhaps the police will.
By the time the police arrive, we shall be a long way from here, Watson. We are leaving.
何見つけたんだ？こんなもん？ Why did he get murdered for it then? どこ行くの？ Guess we go home. ただいま。
We have crossed London at a breakneck speed. We could have knocked someone over, and naturally I had to pay the cabbie out of my own pocket.
Watson, stop complaining. We have to analyze the clues found at the bishop's house.
おお。これ調べるのか。手がかりを分析。
There is something written on this scalpel. I can see something.
あれゲームが落ちた。My game crashed! Oh no! まあ、こんなこともあるさ。よいしょ。こんな難しい事件解けたら本当に肩書きが名探偵アイリーになる。局長、 郵便局畳んじゃう。
There is something written on this.
はい、お水。
I can't do that.
ブラシメス毛抜き3。
I can see something. I can see something. I can see something.
読めない。まだ読めないね。ちょっと不幸よね。ブラシ
How many hospitals are there in the Whitechapel area, Watson?
If we count public
WCCD?
dispensaries, enough to keep us busy for an entire month. Did this scalpel come from a hospital?
Yes,
Maybe.
as the initials WCCH engraved upon it show us. We must think on how best to deal with this. We do not have the time to investigate every hospital in Whitechapel.
ホワイトチャペル。
I have cut a small piece off the rope. That should be enough. This rope is only worn on one side. I need something.
毛
A
抜
lot
き。
of fragments of black stone are wedged into this rope. Their color seems unnatural, but they are too small for me to examine them. Black and damp earth. This rope is
What else can I do?
No, I
Can
can't.
cut it? Acid.
I can't. I can't do. I
これだけ Is that all
can see
do?
something. I need something.
何かが必要
I need this rope. This
他にあるツール。What else is
I
there?
haven't finished my. I can't.
What do I do?
I can't.
あれ ?90
I haven't finished my analysis.
うるさい何もできなか
No,
ったんだ。
it is un.
What am I missing? お水、ブラシ、毛抜き。
This rope is only worn on. This rope.
Do I
I
turn
need.
it? How do I... 手がかりを分析します。いや、それはわ
I haven't fit. I have. I. 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 I.
わかんない。
I need something. This rope is only worn on one side.
虫眼鏡虫眼鏡ないあるこれ What else can I do? 毛抜きだけ使うとなんか
This
反応あ
rope
るけど
is
あどういうこ
I can't do that.
とねえ
This fragment of stone is very smooth, and it seems to be of a peculiar quality. I shall have to strip it with one of my products.
はい
This stone appears to be the same as those found within the rope's fibers. I can see something. This stone is granite, covered in black paint. The fragments found in the rope
Oh,
and this piece of
granite.
granite come from the same place.
これなんて読むんだっけWhat's granite in Japanese? Granite 大理石だえ花崗岩かなるほどうわー
Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine.
やっぱり噛まれどういうこと Does that mean he bit his finger off? That's kind of
Tooth marks. I can see something. I can't.
水
I can't do that. I can see something. Black and damp earth under
Oh.
the nail. Interesting. I must compare the samples. I haven't finished my
終
analysis.
わってないの？ There's still something. What else is there?
Fragments of skin, a phalanx. This finger wasn't cut off. It was written off.
Bite marks on this severed finger.
Yeah, he
I'm
bit it
afraid of
off.
the significance.
噛まれ
The
たんだろう
thieves didn't get what they
な。
wanted. When they were faced with the bishop's refusal to cooperate, one of the gang shook his finger at him to indicate that he was responsible for his unfortunate state.
And the poor man, whose head was the only part of him not bound by ropes, bit the finger violently enough to sever it. An uncommonly savage act.
Watson,
でも
I'm
さ、
certain that
人
when
間
we
の
have
さ、
explained the reasons behind this sudden
人
bestiality,
間の
we will have
なん
revealed
だ
a
な
larger
んていうの
part of the
噛まれ
mystery.
た後って一番危ないんだってね。一番じゃないけどかなり危ないっていう話聞いたことある。I've heard that the human bite is one of the worst bites you can get.
No, it is
because of
unnecessary.
how much like how
I must. And if I mix, I can see something. I can see some. No, I can't do.
what did he say?
No, I can't do that. I can see. Now it must all be stirred.
どうやって混ぜるの？
No, I can't. No, I can't. The samples of earth taken from beneath the fingernail and from the ropes originate from the same place.
How do you know?
It took just a little water to analyze the consistency. The soil has retained its moisture, even though there hasn't been rain in London for over a week.
This soil could come from the bank of a river, or somewhere where the evaporation is slower. A mine,
This is
perhaps,
super
or a trench.
The banks of the
Hardcore.
Thames are clay soil, unlike our samples,
粘土
so
土
we can
壌。
rule that out. The nearest mines are a
そっか、
dozen
粘
miles
土
away,
は
so I would rule
水
that
弾
out
くの
also.
か。
I would therefore conclude your last theory to be nearer the mark.
A trench?
A pit. Watson, bring me your register of the London hospitals.
え
Studying the scalpel has given you an idea then.
Indeed.
I'll get it.
Grave? お墓 Is it a graveyard? 何してんだっけ What am I doing? 病院登録簿どこにあるの Where's that?
Have you found your...
It's in my room. 登録ってどこ青身だしなみ鏡ちっちゃいThat was the smallest mirror for his face. Where is it? どこシャーロックさんわからないです。どこにあるんです
The harpoon that was used to kill Black Peter.
絶対関係ない絶対I'm
The
pretty
harpoon
sure
that was used to kill Black Peter.
I'm pretty sure this harpoon has nothing to do with what I need to do right now.
Hospitals and dispensaries in London. I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
はいよあお This is another one. Daily report. 発見されていない調査だだだ
Read
だ
the
だ
paper, Holmes.
あはい読みます第二のシミって読めばいいのかな事件を振り返ってみようこれはユニコーンじゃないダメだキムチ疲れてるのかな5人ガムI must read that as a unicorn for some reason コニンガム公爵のフーダネックレスの件と奇妙なほど似ている正しくトレーラーにホープし欧州担当大臣は重要極まりない文書を鍵付き書類箱に保管していたはずなのだが数日後にはすでに消えていたシャーロック・ホームズ以外の誰がホープ氏の鍵付きの書籍箱の中の文書を取り替えることができたのだろうかこのいたずらの目的は何だったのだろうか大臣の妻で他の男性と秘密の常時があったヒルダ・トレローニ・ホープ夫人の恐喝者の正体をシャーロック・ホームズが知っていたことは明らかである。腹黒い恐喝者あるルーカスという人物はトレローニ・ホープ夫人の二重生活を暴露する手紙を保持していた。手紙との引き換えに彼女の夫、欧州担当大臣の重要な文書を要求した。夫人はそれに従った。これ別関係ある るのかな。でもこれ多分昔のゲームかなんかかな。I think this is like the plot of one of the previous games. だがルーカスは殺害されていた。警察が犯罪現場をくまなく深くした後、深くサーチかなんかかな。捜査した後、ホームズ氏は何の問題もなく例の不名誉な手紙を見つけ出した。何か腑に落ちないとは思わないですか？ホームズ氏が隠し場所を知っていたことを疑う余地もない。殺人の動機となると、この犯罪で利益を得るのは誰か、それを問い尋ねる必要もないだろう。厄介な共犯者を断ち切る。それが我々の目には英雄として映る。当然のことだが、事件の記録はホームズ氏の友人であるワトソン博士の役目であり、全く別の説明を提供している。だが客観的真理に基づいているのだろうか。私たちはこの点についてささやかな疑念を抱かずにはいられない。Something blah blah, something slander blah blah, other thing Sherlock sus. That's basically what it says. Oh, they move. 動いてる。Oh, there's so many people. 人いっぱいいるんだね。よし。
I have found my
Good. Put.
はい。
I have good.
作業
I have good.
作業机ってここ？ん？
Here is the section showing Whitechapel. I made several notations on these pages during our investigation into the Ripper, which might prove useful. All we need to do is to find a hospital or a public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used.
It's simplicity itself. I haven't finished my analysis.
ロープの片側だけが擦り切れている。腐っていた？Or maybe one side? I don't know. 多分腐っていたんじゃないかな。The human dirt was stuck on the culprit. Came from dirt? ロープは井戸。どうなんだろう。花崗岩の破片は黒く塗られている。So the granite has black marks on it. 記念碑から来たんじゃないのかな。記念碑の近くにある穴から来た。これは違うんじゃないかな。片側だけが疲れていた。ボートを縛るためかな。
I am missing some.
墓石。球場墓石だと思うんだよね。I think it's a gravestone, but I'm not sure. 土壌と石は記念碑の近くにある穴から来た。いやでも墓場にロープってある？ Do they have rope in a graveyard though? 結局この辺ちょっとわかんないんだよね。これ海外だからさ、日本はさ、ほらね、お墓参りの時に水がないと困るからさ、井戸的なのがあったらロープ使えてそうだけど、海外どうなんだろう？ I don't know too much about overseas like graveyards, but in Japan, right, they have like water available at whenever you go to a graveyard, because you want to like clean the graves and all that kind of stuff. So there's always water. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a well where you could use a rope. I don't know if you would use a rope. Do you use ropes overseas at a graveyard? I don't know. ねえ。ユニコーンガンダムっぽい。ねえ。ロープはピンとこないな。ねえ。でも、逆にさ、 墓石工場ありなのかな。修繕中の建物も多分墓石工場かな。ホワイトチャペルの診療は墓石。ホワイトチャペルの記念碑付近はないと思うし、工事現場の付近も違うし、花崗岩採掘場は違う。採掘じゃないや、採石場違う。倉庫も違う。ホワイトチャペルの墓地
I am missing.
やっぱり違う。破片は色がついた石から来た。黒く塗られた記念碑。From a gravestone? 土壌は穴から来た。ロープは
I have.
は
I haven't
あ、
finished
ち
my
ょい
analysis.
I keep exiting これ水が付近なんだろうね、多分。湿った土壌だから。片側だけが擦り切れてる。多分片面だけが使われてた方が正解なんだろうな。何かを穴に下げるために使われた。Maybe? なんか違うような気がするな。I feel like this isn't right. ロープがよくわからない。The rope is confusing me. Okay, so the rope is broken down on one side. It's probably because it was brushing up against something. So what was it used for? To tie a boat? Used in a well? I feel like it was used for a well. こう曲調的には井戸が一番こうしっくりくるんだよね。Something to lower into a hole. Like a casket? Is that how people lower caskets? I don't know how people lower caskets. How do people lower caskets? これひょっとしたらやっぱ墓地なんじゃないのかな。これさ came from a hole. From there, Whitechapel is near a grave. ロープは墓地から来たんじゃないの。え、違うの？修繕中の建物。いや、墓地。
I am missing some information. I am
わかんない。Whitechapel。あれは黒く塗られる。記念碑から来た。花崗岩の壁から来た。壁。記念碑の近くに。
now I can make the right decision.
ああ、一個だけ間違えてた。局長やっぱ最初から当てたんじゃん。
Public dispensary number 466.
I was right the whole time. It came from a graveyard.
Yes, Watson. The
みんな見
murderer
た
with
か？
the
これが
missing
局長の
finger
推理
must
力だぞ。
work in the cemetery.
Yes, see
Or
that?
his
This is
visitors.
my
He could have taken
this
a
is
rope,
my true
one of the type they
potential as
use
a
to lower the
PI.
coffins into the graves. The granite is minute particles
あ、
of
やっぱり
tombstone.
そうなんだ。
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalpel from the
あ
dispensary
の
opposite.
キャスケットを下げるときに必要なロープなんだ。So it is when you lower the casket into the grave. 局長天才。そんなそれほどでもすぐ図に乗る。地図。え、なんて言った？ What did you say? What are we doing? 診療所からメスを知りたければどうすればいいのこれ Am I done?
We must analyze.
Wait, what? I'm not done?
I need some. We must analyze. We must.
えってことは外に出る
I
ってこと
cannot leave.
What? Bruh. What am I doing?
We must analyze.
Huh? What are we analyzing?
I can analyze the chemical composition of a substance here.
Oh. で
I can an.
ん
I can an. I can.
What am I doing?
No. We must analyze.
What am I missing? What do I need to do? これか
We must analyze.
Huh? ちょっと I'm so confused. 今出られない？What am I missing? やっぱこれ Oh my god! What? I have some words. I have some words in my mind that I cannot speak. これはどうすればいいんだ？ん？試験官の液体を加えて証拠品を分析します。致死。ん？おい。
I haven't finished my
ちょっと待って、
analysis.
わかんない。リセット。これ、このハテナがついてるのが、オレンジ。緑に青1。OK。3020 3020 2030 2030 0201 201 3300 3300ナイツブリッジ主教に投薬された毒の分析結果、狂気に近い攻撃性を引き起こす物質、心肺停止による死。He was poisoned. だから自分のことめっちゃ噛んでたのか。
Efficient and only detectable via a thorough post-mortem.
Have you been able to isolate the active components, Holmes?
Not with any certainty.
I guess he like
This
bit
toxic
himself
substance
because of
surpasses
it.
my own knowledge in the field. It is without doubt the work of an expert chemist.
a
Wait,
chemist,
so-
and a criminal.
As you say, please find my monograph on
Oh,
poisoners of the
okay.
last 30 years.
Maybe he's a mortician. ね、死体、なんだっけ、死体化粧だっけ What's mortician
And
in...
this is how my dear friend and colleague treats his clients' letters.
Oh? なんだっけ、死体処理する人
General practitioner. That won't be of any use.
どこ
Female and
Where the book at? Where the book? Where's the book? 本どここれか。スコットランドヤード、ハンス・シールマン、ラットキラー、ラッキラー。あ、ドイツ。German dude called Rat Killer. Life in prison for poisoning. 毒殺未遂、窃盗と化学物質の受け取り、殺人未遂、動物の虐待ひき逃げ、化学物質の違法な利用、強要罪、飲酒運転。個人についた経歴と性格描写、ハンス・シールマンは多数の精神的問題を神経症と患っている。精神的問題と神経症を患っているにもかかわらず、非常に秀でた科学者でまた数学者でもある。彼はウィーン大学に通い、優秀な成績を収めていたが、不安定で乱暴的性格という理由で21歳の時に除籍処分を受けた。追放後の4年間の彼の消息は不明となる。1864年 6月、事件番号 X2552A シュッツトガシュッツトガルド中毒の主要容疑者として捕獲され逮捕された。彼は宣告を受ける前に逃亡し、再度姿をくらました。いくつかの要素が彼のロンドンの隠れ家へと導いた。スコットランドヤードの調査の結果、レオナルド・イッチジーヤ氏の身分を座礁し、あれこれ座礁で合ってる？なんだっけ読み方。生活していたことが分かった。だが逮捕に向かった、警察官は毒殺され、ハンス・シルマンは再度脱走した。Oh man, he's quite the escapist. He avoided capture twice. 1880年、僕の情報提供者が秘密の科学研究所に改造された古代の工場にこの男の足跡を掴んだ。捜索した時、シルマンは不在だった。研究所で見つかった文書より彼は悪魔的な計画を試みていたことを学んだ。計画とはしない各所の飲料水用貯水池に毒を入れるというものだった。Ooh, that's dangerous. He was planning the poison drinking water. 今日においても彼の動機は不明のままだ。1888年5月5日の逮捕は完全に偶然に生じた。シルマンが、酩酊状態かな酩酊状態でつまずきながら街中を歩き、市内全域を毒殺すると叫んでいたところをある警官に認識された。逮捕後の取り調べにも何ら決定的な情報を与えることはなかった。ハンス・シールマンが口を開くときは支離滅裂のコメントのみだった。誰？これだけ？ハンス・シールマンでも He's in prison though.
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no. He has been held in the high security wing of London's Westgate prison for many years now.
Then he cannot be the one who concocted the poison.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard, the man is exceptionally intelligent. For the greatest criminals, prison is but a mere obstacle. Let's plan a little visit to see Mr.
レシピを教えてそう。
Shieldman tomorrow.
Maybe he told his recipe to someone. ね。どっか行くの？ Do we go somewhere?
Let us look at our...
3D ボード。バンババンバン。毒。首には精神錯乱を引き起こす毒が入っている。これだけ？誰？あ、これか。侵略者の指を噛みちぎった。狂人のように争った。The culprit Edward is a vampire. That's what that last one says. 主教の殺人犯、吸血鬼じゃん。私、ヴァンパイア。いいの吸っちゃっていいの。あれ違う？精神異常者であれば違うな。引き起こす毒を持っていた。主教は錯乱状態に陥った。いや違う。争っ違う。異常者じゃない。吸血あ、これだ。中身を飲ませた。Easy peasy.
Well done, Watson. Our board is finished. It confirms that the bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves. You remember Wiggins and his gang, the Baker Street Irregulars?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
I think he's here.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my young friend, have you found the information for which Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand. Here are a few pennies.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives near Kensington.
Does he live alone?
Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No,
あんま
Mr. Holmes.
子供
No
の
one saw
声じゃ
me.
ないな。
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a reward for his discretion.
Here we go again. But of course,
Poor Watson. 財布じゃんもう
I'm
ね。
falling asleep, Holmes. Aren't you tired?
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued
What?
by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short. We leave at dawn.
よく
Wow, this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to.
唐突に現実世界に
I
戻って
want
き
to
た。
listen to. My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it. Good morning,
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusion?
てかよく考えたらさ、子供が読むもんじゃないよね、これ。内容さ、これそのままだったらさ。I was just thinking, I feel like this isn't a story children should
The
read.
poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to Westgate Prison first to see Ham Shielman.
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street irregulars. I have located each place on our map of London.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
Man. Yeah, the little kids be reading this story about a bishop who had his finger, or who ate a finger, basically. Oh my god. この前さ、主教がさ、狂ってさ、人の指を噛みちぎるっていう話読んでるんだよ。血まみれでさ、やけどもされて、子供が読むもんじゃない。ねえ。The kids take me out of the immersion, but it actually brings me to a pretty good stopping point because it's been quite some time. でこれちょうどいいところだからちょっとこれにて今日の配信を終了しようかなって思っててね。I think I'll look at this run. Kind of looks like a dance. ちょっと踊ってるみたい。He looks like he's dancing. Never gonna give you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm saying. というわけでね、まあ、ちょうどね、なんかチャプター1終わったみたいな感覚があるのでね、今日の、なんだっけ、シャーロック・ホームズの遺言だっけね、 そうだ、シャーロック・ホームズの遺言、今日はこれにて終了したいと思います。So I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. That was day one of Sherlock, the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. This is really fun. I don't know why. めちゃめちゃ楽しい声。ねえ、まあというわけでね、これくらいにしたいと思います。明日、なんだっけ、明日ね。あ、そういえばさ、今日作ったのに、スケジュール表をツイッターに公開するの忘れちゃったんだよね。I totally forgot to tweet my schedule for this week. So, tomorrow's a chat. Yeah, so 明日はね、雑談配信だから、まあ、ゆっくり楽しみにしていただけたらなと思います。I hope you guys are, I hope I get to see you guys tune in and chat about nothing and everything at the same time. Who knows? We'll see. And yeah, I will see you then. So, thank you guys for coming by. みんな来てくれてありがとうね。というわけで、皆さんどうか残りの一日、しっかりとお水を飲んで、ゆっくりとお過ごしください。というわけで、お疲れ様でした。I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your morning, day, evening, afternoon. I said that backwards. But it's okay. A night sleep if you're headed to bed, and I will see you. Thank you so much for coming by. Bye bye. お疲れ様。ちょっと待って。YouTube どこ行った？ Where's my YouTube go? There it is. またね、またね、お疲れ様。またね。アディオス。